In the stillness of early morning, as the night sky lightens with the promise of sunrise, perhaps we sense some sort of what the two Marys experienced as they quietly made their way to the tomb. It had been traumatic as they watched as Jesus was raised on the cross. They stood there until it was finished. Then Joseph of Arimathea begged Jesus' body from Pilate, prepared it for burial, and laid his body in the tomb, sealing it with a stone. The women, still in a state of shock and disbelief, and feeling the fullness of their grief, are going to see the tomb. They need to see for themselves where their Lord's body was laid. Yet they keep pondering what he said, that he would be raised from the dead and would go ahead of them to Galilee. They would see him there. And then a rumbling begins. They sense the tremors beneath their feet as the earth moves and quakes, shattering the quiet stillness, shocking them out of their grief, awakening them to the moment of encountering an angel fully emanating the brilliance and ethereal light of heaven in his appearance. As the guards collapse in sheer fright, seeing the women unnerved and overwhelmed, the angel calls out, "Do not be afraid," and says that Jesus has been raised. As if to prove it, the angel shows them inside the tomb where Jesus had been laid. And they move from their grief to curiosity and even wonder as the angel encourages them to quickly go and tell the disciples the very thing they had been pondering. He has been raised from the dead, and indeed is going ahead of you to Galilee. There you will see him. There you will see him. And they leave quickly, running to tell the disciples, even as their curiosity turns to fear, and the fear is mixed with joy. And then Jesus is there, right in front of them, smiling. He calls out, "Greetings." And the fear turns to wonder, mixed with overflowing joy, as they bend down and take hold of his feet and worship him, recognizing this is an extraordinary event. Jesus also says, "Do not be afraid," as he tells them to go tell the brothers and sisters to go to Galilee, where they will see me. And it is interesting, even with the guards, the power of God prevails. The guards were to make the tomb as secure as they could, yet they could not hinder the resurrection. God will always make a way through fear, through chaos, even through a show of power and strength. God's love for us will not be hindered. And we hold on to hope in this moment on Easter morning. Like the women, we carry the hope of encountering the risen Christ in the Galilee of our own hearts, always walking as faithfully as we know how in the way of Jesus. Awed as light breaks into darkness, night turns to day, morning turns to hope, and joy resoundingly rings in our hearts. We rejoice in the beauty of it all, of new life emerging in our hearts, in creation, in the world. God is with us, loves us, and continues to make a way forward through the chaos of the world.